And we're back!
And yeah, this is part 4 now. Let's do this thing.
Let's go, man.
There's a yellow line and everything.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line.
What?
Just follow the line. How
Okay.
simple is that?
Let's just follow the line. I like this game. This is so entertaining. Don't you agree, Mr.
The
McElroy?
line knows
Yes,
where
yes, it
the
is.
story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny.
To destiny.
Here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of
But this,
new
what's up with
destination
this line?
still
I
a
think this
story?
is given to
Simply
the
by
award
act
of not my
moving
fucking job
forward,
award.
Are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via
Not
the
my
very
fucking
manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to
Not
lighten
my
the mood.
fucking job.
What the hell's with this line all of a sudden? We missed. If we could walk on the walls, that'd be hilarious.
Wait. No, wait, go
Wait, cut the music. Go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember
It's very
carefully.
intriguing. I
You
like
won't
it.
want to miss
It's
anything.
beautiful.
What the fuck?
It's wild. It reminds me of nature. Makes me want to drink my own peas. 'Cause my name's Bear Grylls. All
Wait,
right.
what? We're back at the office?
No.
No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is
Just
any of
ringing
this
a bell.
ringing a bell?
Haven't we been here before? That's where we went before, right?
Yeah.
Well, let's keep following the line.
Yeah, the line knows best.
The line knows best. Haven't we already been here? Oh,
No, not again, Line. How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you,
Everything
after
we've been
everything
through.
we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
oh, this is amazing. I love this game so much.
Hey, we got
Alright,
the line again.
let's try the line one more time. See what happens.
You know what, Stanley?
Oh.
I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story?
Something exciting,
daring,
daring, mysterious.
Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't
What
we
is
simply
this? We
start
start
wandering in,
wandering-
well, I don't know. How about
this
this direction?
Alright, let's
All
go.
right, let's go.
Oh,
I like this guy.
I like this guy. He's
Now,
very, very
yes,
fun.
this is exciting. Just me and
He's
Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything.
Well, it could be anything.
What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Ooh, a new
Ooh,
turn.
okay.
Ooh. Can we go back to the office, please?
Oh, no, not you again.
He's
Stanley,
back.
I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Alright, well, let's see where it takes us.
That thing has a mind of its own.
I like it. Alright, where are we? Ooh.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision.
from here.
From here,
Ooh,
the
yellow
story is
folder.
in
What does the
our
yellow folder say?
control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute.
Alright.
Okay.
Dude, I
know
swear, that was the
each
same
door
portal
has
noise.
to lead somewhere.
Definitely portal noise.
Definitely
Which means
portal
that
noise.
somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going?
Or will the wrong
Since
door
the answer
take
is
us to where
clearly
the right
yes,
door would
then by
be?
all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one.
So it's right,
Another
right,
victory for
right.
logic. Come, Stanley. Our destiny awaits.
The confusing
Hold up,
ending.
what's this? A confusion ending.
We've really been playing this for 16
That's what
minutes
this
today.
is.
Holy-
It's all one giant ending. And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really?
Really?
No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to
It's
forget
not a
what's
game
going
about
on.
endings, Mr.
I don't want
Narrator.
to be
It's a game
trapped
about
like this.
beginnings.
I
You
won't
played the-
restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped. Does that mean did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us?
Will something happen?
Will something happen?
The question is that timer even
So,
real?
okay.
Are we real? Apparently not. We don't have any legs.
I guess now we just
What
wait.
if people didn't know
You
they had legs?
I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now.
Get bored and
We'll
leave.
find out, won't we?
There's no
Eventually.
longer an office space, simply a black
Well,
space.
in the
followed by
meantime,
a bookstore. Oh. I don't know what happened, but it restarted. Alright, I was reading the instructions. Alright. Let's walk.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it
I
mean?
guess the narrator forgot.
Stanley
what
decided to
we
go to the meeting room. Perhaps he
I
had
guess
simply
let's
missed
go
a
to the
memo.
boss's office. Oops, I turned too early. What does it mean?
When
Don't
Stanley
worry,
came
don't-
to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Did we just follow?
Let's follow him. He seems to know. He hasn't led us wrong yet. Well, that's wrong. He has, but that's not the point. Get to the boss's office.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided
What the fuck? You son of a...
He knew. It's like he
barred
knew.
the door.
He knew.
He completely barred
He
the
knew.
door.
It's like he knew. That's dirty. That's funny.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's
so
office.
He's like,
Oh,
fuck you
man.
guys.
Can we go into the bathroom now? Let's see. Oops. Oh, it's different now. To be rich is a crime. To commit crime isn't it the rich? What life would it be to have to pick just one? Huh, still a vampire. Alright, let's leave. Can we go in here? We can.
We can.
I told you we could before. Push the button on the
There's an
elevator.
elevator. You push both of them.
I didn't mean to. Alright, get in the elevator. Let's see what happens. Oh. Do 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 do.
Dude, remember the demo?
It's a long elevator ride.
What happened to the narrator?
He died.
Well then.
Wait for it.
Huh?
We're here? Oh, we're back where we started. What kind of... I like my boss. He's so beautiful. Alright, let's see.
Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway.
What the fuck?
He got lazy. He didn't want us to push in the button anymore.
What? That was different.
I like it. This guy is special.
You think he does remember?
I think he does remember some. To an extent, yeah.
And he's just like, fuck this game.
I think so. Right, let's keep walking. Where shall we go from here?
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read
should we go that way? Should we go this
Facility.
way? Let's go this way. Let's see what happens.
I mean, he definitely seems a little different.
Yeah, seems somewhat different.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself.
Did he have
the strength to find out?
Wait a minute. Is the door still open over there? No. Oh, yeah.
Is it? Let's see.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed.
The true nature
Each
revealed.
bore the number of an employee in the building,
Stanley's
co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Alrighty then.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe it
I
could
bet
be
in one of
true.
these monsters
Had
there's
Stanley
somebody.
really been under
There has to be
someone's control
somebody.
all this time?
No, it's a
Was this the only reason he
Yep.
was happy with his boring
How come there's a
job?
TV
That his
screen? No,
emotions had been
it's above one.
manipulated
It's
to
not there.
accept it blindly?
Why?
No idea.
And that one's blank too. Why? That'll drive me bananas.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his
I wonder what
entire
this game would
life
be like with
utterly
no voice,
blind
just
to the
subtitles. You know
world?
what I mean? I would do all the voice acting for this game.
Completely.
I already do it anyway. Right,
But
let's
here was the proof. The heart of the operation.
Lots of it.
Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating,
see, yeah.
working. All of it monitored
shall
and
we
commanded
do?
from this very
Let's go hit
place.
the on
And as the
button.
cold reality of his past
And
began
then,
to
wasn't
sink
there a door
in,
that opened up?
Stanley
Something
decided that this
before?
machinery would never again
there?
exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Nah.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did
I
you?
want to go back to
After
work,
they kept
man.
you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that
No,
what you
I want to
wanted?
work.
Control? Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go. Turn the controls off and leave.
Don't leave that door. It might
If you want
just
to throw
close
my
on you.
story off track,
Like it
you're
opened
gonna
and
have to
closed.
do much better than that.
I remember it opened
I'm
a
afraid you
little
don't
bit.
have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation
I think we did
system.
something wrong
In
and
the
it didn't
event that
complete
this
what
machine
was
is
going on.
activated without
The
proper
blah, blah, blah.
DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine.
Come on, door.
You are
Open
the
up.
star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's
like this
desires.
right here.
Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated. All right, I'm in a good mood. You're going to die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though. This version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what?
Is there an actual sequence?
I'm going to put some extra time on the clock, why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything.
You have to enter the passcode for the button.
Save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? One soul? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley.
What green button?
You're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't.
Goodbye, Employee 47.
Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you
Goodbye, Mr. Mecha Crisis. It was good knowing you.
Let it go peacefully?
This deja vu is getting ridiculous.
Oh, it's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable.
Wait a minute, he's talking longer than usual.
Fade in until the moment I say.
Oh no, it's not.
Happily ever. Kaboom. That's what I have to say. How long have we been going?
Well, that was
intriguing, nonetheless. So one more thing we could do. Perhaps
all of his co-workers were gone.
Let's try going the way we've been
Stanley
before.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Alright, well, let's see, let's get to the decision room. If there's something different, maybe.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his
where
left.
we came from. Normally, if you do the same thing in games like this multiple times, something's bound to be
Yet
different,
there was not a single person here either.
That's right?
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an
that's
answer
still
there.
locked.
We don't want to go back down there.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
To his boss's office. Can we go back in here? I don't want to get the elevator again. That was kind of boring.
Here's
What?
the door, just go.
What?
The door, just go. Like you do. Something should be there, you know?
I feel like there's something he wants us to do at this one spot.
Or maybe there's just nothing to do. Let's try going with it.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death. The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Loading. You'll never find me now.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the big picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Where am I? Stanley Parable. Hey, mate, I'll let
And
you
yet it would be
control
just a
here.
few minutes before
Okay.
Stanley
Let
would
you
restart the
explore your world.
game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created
Yes,
for you
we've
long
seen
in
this all
advance,
already.
death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Walk that way, yes. Let's just turn that on. Okay. Hold on, go back to the thing. I think that was the way to go. Right there, the right. It's right there.
Wouldn't that lead me back to my death, though?
Yes. I mean, there's nowhere else to go. The only other place is over there, which didn't quite work before. You can try find that way. Then. So right there, I was like, this one, every other one.
I guess there were no outtakes.
Yeah, there's outtakes. I've heard them before. For some reason, they do not want to play on their computer. There's got to be more than this. You know what I mean, mate?
Hey, look! 38. Oh. Oh. Oh.
What's happening? Where's the button?
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another.
Destroy anybody.
How they both wish to be
Mecha Crisis is
free.
my friend. Push this lever. Oh well.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another?
I just told you I can't see it all.
No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail and push escape.
Well, that was fun. Seems like we're on an endless loop finding these extra endings.
There's probably more. Like I said, there's 2.5 years worth of voice commentary for this game. So, somewhere or another, this game has got to loop, and it's a game of beginnings, not the game of endings, right?
Yes.
So, one way or another, we have to find them all, and we'll probably have to redo the ones we already did.
Sadly.
Yes. So,
But until then, this is Mecha Crisis and Cripple King signing off.
blah, blah, blah.